All right, I'm back again. Had a disrupt. I don't know what happened. My video stopped. I don't know why, but we're back. I guess we're gonna call this part two to the video that we just did. Let me see. Did it go live in YouTube? Okay, it's live on YouTube. All right, yeah. So hopefully it doesn't jump off again. We live now. Yeah. Give me a second. I'm sending out notices. Um, well, not notices, links. There. Oh, y'all back. Y'all fill back up quickly. Let me see. Freddie G, what's up, my guy? How's it going? I'm good. Smash the like button again, please. Smash the like button so we can let not only see. I don't do this. Dad, you can hear my smoke alarm? No, I think I don't know. You got good hearing. It could be my fan. I got my fan on. I know it's cold outside, but I gotta have circulation. I don't hear it. Probably because I'm so used to it. Let me give me a second. No, I don't hear no smoke alarm. Salute, Aaron. Northern Smog, I seen your name around a lot online to do with the game. Keep fighting that good fight. Although Undisputed is cooked and it ain't getting any better. It's like they gave up on the game. It's like they really gave up on the game and they're yeah, it's like they really gave up on Undisputed and they're gonna trying to keep feeding us DLC. It's crazy at this point. It's like the game is like, what are they doing? And the people that try to defend the game, that's crazy. And and this what I'm not throwing no swipes at nobody. I'm not like going at it because I respect all of y'all, but I still have to have. I got to speak truthfully. I'm not speaking to go against y'all or at y'all, but the leagues, when people start making these leagues and stuff, y'all literally helping the company. Y'all like telling them it's not broke. You don't need to fix it. All we got to do is fight a certain way, which is the craziest thing in the world. Why should you have to fight a certain way to make the game look playable? The game itself should be able to do what you want it to do. Like y'all keep now I hear the alarm chirping, but I didn't hear it before. But people gotta make Steel City be accountable for things. And by you saying, well, we could do this and do that to make it, okay, that championship, Mike Adams said the championship edition was laughable. We trying to teach the idiots how to box in the game. Yeah, but see that's the thing. I'm from my perspective. I'm not going against anybody or anything. But from my perspective, it's like me getting in the ring. Let's say I'm an amateur boxer, and me getting in the ring with a pro that knows way more than me. I supposed to work what I know. Boxing is not a thing of when you get in the ring, say, yo, man, you better not hit me with 2 or 3 body shots. You actually, I heard somebody actually said that is the funniest thing in the world. I got so many gem stories. But you can't tell somebody how to fight in a boxing ring. A good example. Do they stop Emmanuel Augustus from fighting the way he fight? That's not traditional boxing. There's a lot of boxers that do things that's not traditional or what looks like boxing. Like people always saying, you supposed to throw your hook this way or you supposed to throw it that way. Come on, man. Because people always say I'm supposed to turn my hook over. I throw it that way, but I also throw it this way. But throwing it this way, I got more knockouts. I'm talking as a boxer. See, that's the thing. We need people that are boxers, not saying y'all cannot speak, but we need boxers to talk too. We need boxers that are, game players that are boxers, coaches, or whatever. They need to speak up too. And everybody keeps saying, no, let the gamers speak up. It's a game. To me, gaming is not what y'all look at it as years ago. Y'all keep using the same mentality that's 15, 20 years in the past. It's people, when you go to these esports events and stuff like that, you're playing for money. When you buy this game, you're buying with money. So a person has to be a fool to tell somebody their voice shouldn't be heard. That's crazy. Even the developers feel that way. Come on, stop talking about our game. If you don't like it, don't buy it. Stop. Stop trying. That's the pity party talk. And then they say, well, if you don't speak good for this game, this might be our last chance at a boxing game. No, stop being. As long as you think that way, they're gonna still give you what they want to give you. Not enough people speaking. And I'm gonna say something that I say a lot. Brian Hayes, Brizzle, if anybody know about EA Sports, Brian Hayes and Brizzle, he was a part of EA development team. He was one of the head developers. And he used to say to me behind the scenes, which I hate telling conversations I had behind the scenes. He said, when all of y'all speak with the same voice, things get done. But when there's somebody over here saying something, and somebody over here saying something, and somebody over there saying something, and it's going against the main purpose, they're going to give you what they want to give you. Let me see. I think it's less of defense these days of Steel City and more so what the community has become accustomed to when it comes to fixing the game's problems and worsening it. Nah, it It's blame on both, and it also go on who the heck is the Q&A guys? Who are these Q&A people? Who are these game testers? It's like they play. I'm not, whoever I know that's a game tester, I'm not going at you if you're doing the right thing. But I gotta speak my truth. But a lot of these a lot of these Q&A guys or game testers, they're doing it just to have the privilege to do it, to have access to the game and access to other things that come with it. They're not helping the game. They're not speaking up. They're not being vocal. And Steel City and other games companies, they're not using people that's going to be more outspoken. I know there's some people that pretend to be outspoken, but they need people that's outspoken and truthful with what they're saying. You can't backtrack on the truth. The truth is the truth. But people scared they're going to lose privileges by speaking the truth. They humble themselves for the wrong thing. Let me see. People have started moving on to the future of boxing games. Turkey future plans for boxing games tell of the tape. Yeah, and that's crazy. A lot of these it's a lot more companies behind the scenes that's not saying anything, that's thinking about making boxing games, that's actually working on boxing games. But I'm not going to say anything because I don't want them to be. I don't want to be like, Dad, what happened to that game? I told y'all about it, but they didn't put it out. So I don't want to be that guy, because then y'all gonna start doubting everything I say. Let me see. Crown. Let me see. Mike Adams said, Crown, those games look decent, but not having any licensed boxes take away from the shine of it for me. Yeah and no. See, that's I did an article. See, with a licensed boxing, a game that's don't have licensed boxers, you might be able to get more in it. And you know what happens when you're able to get more in the game? Because they're not spending money on those boxers. You get a more complete game that boxers would be begging to be in. So maybe we should take that mentality to the developers, because there's a lot of boxers. They wanted to be in the game from the video that got the million views, not the game that we have now. The game that got a million views, that's what sold. That's how they got publishers and everything. That's the model they use. That's what boxers was looking at. But now we got this arcade leaning game. Northern, if you are a tester and they don't listen, then that is terrible. They need to fix things, and some things they could fix. They can fix everything. Don't even take that excuse. That's an excuse. And then you know what's the funniest thing? People, they forget for Ash. They forget for the owner. They forget for him. You know what they saying? Well, they can't fix certain things. That's what Ash said at the content creator event. He said other developers were saying, what do you have? What is this? What is it? Like, it's like irreparable. Yeah, go on. It's like it's irreparable. So are they going to keep piling paint on the car? Are they going to keep painting the same car? Or are they going to keep just putting the paint on a broken down dumpster? Why on earth does that power body uppercut extend like Inspector get? Oh, we was talking about this. Wasn't we talking about this last week? Yeah, that's crazy. And that goes to show you how much time they put. Now this is something I used to enjoy about with EA, because they used to treat me like I was the go-to guy. They used to show me models of stuff they put out before the game put out, or show me certain things. I wish I had my other computer, because I had a lot of files that they like showed me, or they was like telling me things. Even when I went to the EA Fight Night Round 4, they were showing me certain things. And I was looking at that, I was like, yo, that's great. I said, yo, people gonna be excited about this. And that was just for us to see. They never put it in the game. I remember when they had it, so when you were close to the ropes and a person hit you with enough power, or they're leaning on you or whatever, your boxer slips out the ring. They had that in round 4. Not in the actual game that came out, but they had that. They had a lot of things that looked realistic. But the CEOs said, we don't want the game to be too realistic, which is the craziest thing to me. And people keep saying fun. The game has to be fun. Fun for who? I hate when people keep saying the game has to be fun. The game has to be fun. Boxing is fun. I enjoy watching boxing. When I was playing the betas and stuff, I enjoyed the game. I don't enjoy the game now. I don't enjoy what the game has become. No. Round 4 still feels great to me. I love the head movement and counter system in that one. Yeah, and they were supposed to build on that. And that's, like, if you see my wish list, my original wish list, you will see they were supposed to build on that. I gave them I think when he sent me the email, he said, yo, this could last like 2 or 3 games. I said, no, 1 game. Put all that in 1 game. People don't want to wait. And because my thing is, when people say, we could say this, it's like 3 games that I know I gave ideas, not all of them boxing games, but I gave ideas. And they was like, oh, we can save it for the next game. You got so much stuff here. And a lot of them games didn't come out. I gave ideas for NBA Live, which I didn't like. A lot of people like it. I don't like NBA Live. Didn't like it. They still haven't fit the quick glitch. PC players on crossplay are quick glitching, even on unranked. I think when it comes to PC and consoles, crossplay, it doesn't make sense to me, because with PC, there's always going to be a way for there to be a way for a person to cheat. There's always going to be a way for a person to cheat. It's a computer. You have access to code and stuff. On a video game, you really don't have access to codes and stuff that you could change things that much. And see, Mike Adams said, I love Fight Night Round 4. It took me a long time to adapt to Fight Night Champion. Yeah, let me see. Yeah, because my thing is, people are not telling them what's really wrong with the game. My thing is, what they're doing is, all right, we could work with it. Once you say you could work with something, why change something? People love saying that we're just find a workaround. Stop giving a company excuses. You know how many developers from different companies that's mad at what Undisputed turned into, what ESBC Undisputed turned into? They're upset. Because their thing was Steel City was forcing other companies to make a boxing game, to make it realistic. It's a lot of developers that want a realistic boxing game. And my thing is when y'all say realistic and when y'all describe it, y'all over exaggerate because y'all don't want a realistic boxing game. Many of y'all do it. I sit there and be like, you talking slick because I know how you're thinking. Let me yeah, I was meant to I was gonna post some of my blog, go to my blog site and y'all look at certain things that game developers they come to my site all the time. That's why I be telling y'all. A lot of people like I'm just talking. I'm not just talking. It's game developers that go to my site. And if you look at my LinkedIn, I see that I have over 500 people in the industry that's looking at my content. So that means I must be saying something to pique their interest. Let me see. Yeah, that's for my blog, one of my blogs. Now look at my wish list. People be acting like Chat GTP made this wish list. Nah, not at all. These are my ideas. These are literally my ideas. Stop trying to discredit me. A lot of people discredit me, and I'm like, why? I'm trying to help all of us. But y'all think is a lot of people, like even with the online, a lot of people, they're pro online. They don't want other people to have offline. Because I remember in the beginning when Steel City was first announced, under ESBC was first announced, people just wanted to be an online game. Yeah, let it be an online game only. What? What are you talking about? If you do your research, the offline and online fan base is just about the same amount of people play. If you eliminate the offline fan base, the game will fail. 100%. A lot of y'all go off of feelings. If y'all could pull up data, which I can, if you could pull up data, it'll show you that it's not that many online people to overshadow the offline people. Because you got to realize you have adults, because y'all like to say adults don't play video games. You have adults that come home from gaming, come home from work. They're not going to want to play no online game being frustrated and aggravated. No. So y'all got to start with, y'all be making up your own narratives and stuff. And I be laughing at it because I've been through this. Been through this for a long time. It's like y'all trying to make me accept a lie. Hold up, I know that ain't my guy. Thought I just saw somebody in. Let me see some. Hold on. Oh, there you go. Yeah. Hey, Smooth, what's up, my guy? Just like the excitement for this game is like literally dead. It's literally dead. Pro 617. There's no excuse for such bare bones offline mode. It really is not. And I think, and I know a lot of people say, stop, you keep bringing up Will. You're bringing up Will because of my homeboy. But y'all, you keep bringing up Will because he's saying it. Nah, it's not because he's saying it. And for one, I knew Will before there was even Undisputed, ESBC. I knew Will for over 3 decades. I knew him off and on. We weren't like friends, but I knew him off and on. And I respected him as he worked at EA and I was helping EA. But stop defending Will. Y'all defend Will like he's God. Cause I saw it. I was in the Discord before. I think when Will showed up, I think in the beginning of this year. And when Will came in, everybody's like he was God. People like, oh, Will, yeah, this and this, acting like that. They're like super excited. And I'm like, yo, y'all serious? Are y'all serious? This is the man that tore the game down. Ash had faith in Will because Will had experience in the gaming industry. And Ash followed, hey, all right, Will ain't gonna tell me nothing. And Will know he kept up with he was basically a boxing guru and stuff. I think Ash actually thought he hired Brian Hayes. Even though I told him about Will, now I was telling him, I said, I hope Brizzle would be on the team. That'd be a great addition to your team. I really think at first Ash thought it was Brian Hayes. And a lot of y'all don't know who Brian Hayes is. Y'all not no Fight Night fans. And it's crazy. Yeah, they sold us a lie. They sold us a big lie. And they trying to erase it. They strategically trying to erase a lot of things. I notice it. That's why I love saving things. They try to say, oh, they on the Steam site, it never said this game is a sim realistic game. Yes, it did. It really did say that. It said this game is a simulation, a real boxing game. It said that. ESBC supposed to have been a realistic boxing game. Ash said it 3 times. I got 3 videos that I saved in case y'all took them down. It's supposed to be a realistic boxing game. And y'all Brizzle listens. He would have listened to me. Brizzle would have brought me on. Because Brizzle, when EA, it's funny. When EA banned me from the site, that's crazy. They banned a senior moderator. You banned the senior moderator and community leader. They banned me. And then fans, that's why I support a lot of these guys, and I remember and I respect them. The whole forum, they protested wanting me back. And Brizzle wanted me back. And they brought me back. And they like emailed me and everything. I got the email. I can show you the email. One of the he was the community manager. His name was Alan Quinto. He said, Poe, maybe you need to take time off because this working on the forum is stressful. And I know how passionate you are. And they, the stressfulness of the community and your passion, they're going to always collide. Soon as the name changed to Undisputed, I knew something was different. And they were going that hybrid arcade route. I see the ESBC, that threw me in a loop because the ESBC made me think they were only thinking about it being an esports game. And I asked quite a few times about that. And the Undisputed, that's crept up on me. Even though I think they stole my idea so they don't pay me or what to me, Undisputed is boxing and I don't own it. But I got a timestamp on it. before they made that announcement, like a week or two before that, I did a cover for a company that was thinking about making a boxing game. And I had a boxer with a yellow shirt and red gloves on. And under it, it had Undisputed. And lo and behold, I think like 3 days or 4 days later, they changed the name. It's a big coincidence. It might be a coincidence, but it's crazy. It's really crazy. They had a couple of guys on the team that would have been great for the for Undisputed, but they didn't hire them. And my thing is, why are you hiring so many EA people? They hired a lot of everybody, some former EA people or EA people. Then I see Ash made it his job to say, I talked to a couple of EA and 2K people. Stop. Because I talked to a lot of EA and a lot of 2K people. And I could take it even further. I talked to take 2 people. The people that's above 2K and Visual Concept. I talked to them too. I talked to a lot of developers in the industry. And they said Steel City messed up. And I said, you know why they messed up when I be talking to them? Because it was me being stupid and thinking somebody my friend. I helped the owner and Will come together. And once Will got there, he changed Undisputed into an arcade game. He changed it into, what's that game? Fortnite. Just a higher version of Fortnite, but in boxing form. Even though I'm being a little over the top about it, but yeah, it's like it's like arcading. It has an arcade feel to it. And you know, a lot of people saying that it's better than Fight Night Champion. I've seen some things that's better in Fight, and it's bad. And for me, I don't usually, say that Fight Night Champion is a great game. I seen some good things in it, Even did you ever pay attention to the boxing trunks on a character and Fight Night Champion and Fight Night Round 4? Now, do you pay attention to the boxing trunks on boxers and Undisputed? That's crazy. This is a modern game. Why do your boxing trunks look awful? Why do they look so garbage? Let me see. PLO agreed. Career mode is not good at all. Where are the mini games? Where is the sparring, practice, hitting the bag, etc.? Where's the offline tournaments? Fight Night Champion had bare knuckles. Exactly. It's like they didn't want to spend no time on it. You got 70 people on your team. 70. You could have made a decent game. 5 years, you could have made a great game. This game been in development for 5 years. And you know what I see people doing? They trying to undercut that this game been in development for 5 years. They say, oh, this the second year, the year and a half anniversary of them releasing the game. But the game still was in development for 5 years. Stop That's to me, that's strategic talking. They released it in what, a year or two go no, a year and a half ago, and y'all saying it's the year and a half, and y'all keep saying that instead of the game been in development for 5 years. Stop giving them excuses. Bare knuckle mode and story mode and a good career mode, that was 14 years ago. Yeah. This is what I know about career mode. Steel City, it would have been hard for them to do a career mode, especially with the team they have. And then they would undercut everything else they were doing. Because even with Fight Night Champion, they had a massive team. Even though they was working on other games, they had a big team. And if I tell you how many people was working on Fight Night Champion, y'all will say, man, you lying. I'm telling the truth. But Steel City couldn't handle a story mode. A career mode, yeah. The career mode could have been more fleshed out, could have been better. And my thing is, how is it that like games like Victorious Boxers, about a decade and a half ago, they had a story mode with all these different things you can do within a story mode. I mean, it was a career mode, but a career mode and a story mode mixed together. So much you can do. And then, and I know a lot of people hate I'm about to say this, with AI makes it shorter to make things. It makes the development time shorter. And I can prove that factually. A lot of people don't realize with the way AI is made now, it could shorten up development time. It could like cut it in half or less than that. Especially with things like story modes and career modes and stuff like that. It can do that. I think all Undisputed has over Fight Night Champion is footwork and some graphics. Graphics, yeah, some graphics. But yeah, and the footwork is not, and we keep talking about, and I keep telling people, the footwork is not the same. The way the footwork works now and the way it worked in the betas and a little after the beta is different from what we have now. It's not, the footwork is not as good as it could be or was. And then like from research and me talking to people, the clinching was took out on purpose, and they keep saying, oh, we can't put it in. That's to keep the game flow going. But then they're stupid by not educating people. Every clinch has a way to stop the clinch. If somebody keep clinching you, if the game made right, you can step back and hit them with a counter. Or you can step to the side. Hey, we got good footwork, but you're not using it for a clinching system. The referee was not intentionally put in. We can't fix the referee in the game. Yes, you can. And my thing is, when they move to Unreal Engine, none of these excuses will hold up. None of them. Because a lot of these things they have built into the game. So what excuse are they going to use then? It's too realistic. Undisputed punish you for front foot fighting. The counter punching negative meta online is horrendous. Let's see. True, and that front foot fighting needs tons of work. Oh yeah. 13 months since console launch, and punches still don't land when they should. Plo617 said, no training mini games, no fleshed out tutorial mode, brain dead NPCs, limited camera angles, bare bone career mode. Yeah, And this is what people should be getting on Steel City about. Why did you get rid of the AI guy? Why didn't you replace him? Because they don't care about these mini games and all these the NPCs and stuff like that. That's what a AI guy is for. When people hear an AI guy, because they had AI guys before there were Chat GPT, so it's not the same thing. AI is the CPU and stuff like that. But they got rid of this guy. And he was trying to make the game as realistic as possible. Mim used to talk and he enjoyed it. He was like, why are they so hard on you? Because they don't want the game to be realistic or emulate boxing. They keep telling us that they wanted to emulate boxing, but no, you're giving us bits and pieces. They still don't have an excuse. Who told them to put the game on Unity? They have investors in Turkey. Exactly. 100%. That's crazy. No, they don't have Turkey. They don't have Turkey. Turkey is just marketing and promotion. He's just helping them with that. For some reason, I don't know why yet, because I do my investigation. Yet they push Turkey out, and I think the reason why they push Turkey out because of them 3 investors in the UK. They got 3 investors from the UK. Turkey is just doing the promotions and stuff like that. But other than that, he's not like really involved in Undisputed heavy. He wanted to, but they push him out, which is the stupidest thing in the world. Turkey could have gave them the team that EA had or bigger. And then even if the team not big, you got to realize EA had massive teams, but they had a lot of games. So it's no excuse. It's no excuse. They really playing with a lot of people's minds, and a lot of people, it's like they're enjoying them playing. Let me see. I sent an email to Steel City. I spoke to some marketing guys there. I've completed a survey. I tried all I can make. I tried all I can to make them listen. They don't. Yeah, facts. And my thing is why, and I challenged him. I said, why don't you use my survey, or why don't you make your own survey, but don't let it be biased? To me, they could take my survey and, tidy it up a bit and use that. And they'll find out more than what they're telling people. That's why they scared. Turkey, Allen, shake and bake. Just lent them money. That's all. No, he didn't really lend them money. The investors gave him the money. The money that they got is from the investors. Turkey, he's just doing the money. Because if he gave them money, he would have gave them money and it would have been known. Turkey didn't give them any money. Because you can even look that up too. But Turkey didn't give them no money. And my thing is, Turkey would have gave them whatever they needed. And they just went the other route. It was crazy. Because if you've seen that video, it's a video that I got when Turkey is talking to, I forget his name, the commentator, and Turkey was talking about Undisputed. He was talking like he was heavily involved, and that's before they got the other investors. So they pushed Turkey out. Like, you could promote the game and you can market the game. No, I think it's more promoting because his daughter and I think it's like 2 or 3 other people, they're the marketing. But my thing is, why do you have people marketing your game that doesn't have a boxing, I wouldn't even say boxing background. They're like boxing fans. I can listen to his daughter and listen to certain people and tell they're not really boxing fans like that. My thing is, I'm good at marketing. Not saying I want the job because they're to kick me out because all that stuff they doing and stuff, I would have been against it. Because they keep feeding stuff to people like we live in an era of all this technology and people are not using it. It's a lot of technology. People don't even realize, like a lot of gamers, and they always come at me, but I can prove my points. There is technology, like they could get like a film, a boxing match or whatever. The AI can look at the film and make a wireframe or make animations for the developers. They can use that, but they don't want to. That right there tell you a lot. And my thing is, because Turkey, he's making a game with the guy that made, I think, Street Fighter and stuff like that. I don't know what kind of game it's going to be, realistic or what, but imagine what their game going to look like if they take the realistic route. It's going to be crazy. If that game is similar to Victorious Boxers, like with realistic, mechanics and everything, Steel City is going to be a dumpster fire, bigger than what it is now. And like I said, they don't have no excuse if they get Unreal Engine. I've been doing my research. All the stuff that we're asking for, people like me, Unreal Engine has built in it. They could actually put, like, I know I'm just speaking hypothetically, they could put in over 300 tendencies, traits, and all these other things that make a boxer realistic. And they could give us the main ones. But the ones behind the scene, them other tendencies, they could put in the game. People, they really don't realize how deep Unreal Engine is. And these developers be trying to hide it from people. We can't do that. That can't be done because that's not in your roadmap. Stop saying what can't be done. It's not on your roadmap. You don't want to do it right now. It's not that you can't do it. We need a referee and a clinch. Exactly. Those are very important in a boxing game. But the casual fan will say, I seen people that's so-called boxers that said, we don't need the referee in the ring. What are you talking about? That means your knowledge of boxing is very limited. That's why you didn't go that far. I don't care what people say about me. They'd be like, well, Poe, you're not a champion, but I boxed. I was a decorated amateur. Want me to run off my accolades? 3 times diamond gloves. That's a gold boxing glove with a diamond in. I won. One fight of the night. Hard to win fight of the night. Got to realize there's people lighter than me that might be throwing more punches or look more better than I did. One fight of the night. I won the golden gloves. Went to the nationals. Very hard to go to the nationals. Better yet, it's very hard to win the golden gloves. Won it 3 times. I won the, state championships. You get a belt. I got 3 belts. Well, I had 3 belts. So stop telling certain people they should be quiet. Let me see. The game has the possibility to be amazing if they work with this Unreal Engine and do it correctly. Exactly. 100%. But I still think Will gonna be in their ear. That's my thing. And Will he's not trying to take responsibility. Come on, man. Your title literally says you control certain things. We know that Ash gives you more freedom than the other people on the team. He literally got you above the other people. He don't care what title they had in other game companies. He literally put you above them. Who was there at the content creator event? You weren't needed. They didn't need you there, but you were there to coach Ash, to make sure Ash said the right things. You can't put nothing past me. Let me see what Mike Adams said. We need a referee and a clinch. Don't look like it's going to happen until Undisputed 2. If there even will be an Undisputed 2. This game coding is all messed up. It can't be fixed. Needs new engine. Ash said that. Ash literally said that. That's why I'm like, why didn't people just like, when he said that, say, oh, I'm not playing the game no more because the game is broken. The game has the possibility. Oh, A Smooth said the game has the possibility to be amazing if they work with this Unreal Engine and do it correctly. Poe, did they ever ask you if you wanted to be in the fam as a fighter? In the game, Ash asked me, did I want to be in the game? He promised me to be in the game. But as time went on and they see how passionate I was, they didn't want me in the game. Because my thing for like, when Ash said he wanted me in the game, he looked at my history. He looked at how passionate I was. He see that I never stopped talking about a boxing game since Fight Night Games stopped. I was still campaigning for a realistic boxing game during Fight Night games and after Fight Night games. I was campaigning. Then everybody started jumping on boats when they hear something about boxing games. I was already doing it. I didn't wait for a company to announce they was making a boxing game. I was still doing it. Even when I was helping round for round, I was still asking other companies, you should be making a boxing game. And Ash, I always thought Ash, I looked at Ash as an honorable person. Because even when they say the team didn't want me to be a part of the team, and I said, well, do Ash really want me to be a part of being the game? He said, yeah. They kept saying, they said, yeah, we talked to Ash, and Ash said he wanted to put you in the game. Ash never put me in the game. He never asked me again to be in the game. Nobody asked me to be in the game. We got 2 rappers, a strong man, and Jake Paul, so we should definitely have Poe DLC. Chuck and iGame, you watch Paroxys and JMMA character models too. A Smooth said, I feel like it will have to be a new game completely, but I don't see a lot of the same characters being transferred over to the next game. Hopefully they rework a lot of the fighters. Yeah, and my thing is the excuse, and I got this from people in the industry. The excuses they use about boxers. Yeah, I take that. 87, 88. But the excuses they make about how they fine-tuning boxers and it breaks other boxers when they try to fine-tune boxers because they got all of them off the same framework. They trying to make all the boxers off of one frame. When a good example, they had No, the good example is because I'm keep thinking about things. The good example is 2K has what 300, 400 athletes, basketball players, and they individualize them, or you can individualize them with sliders, Tennessee sliders. That's why I always ask for sliders. I always ask for Tennessee sliders. A lot of people say, "Oh, here go Poe with them that slider talk and stuff." I mean, the Tennessees. Everybody always say, "Oh, Poe always talking about Tennessees," but you don't understand that when you have Tennessee sliders, you can actually fix the boxers that's not the way they're supposed to be. You can make them fight similar to the way they. You might not get the full models and stuff unless they put in move sets. But other than that, the Tennessees make the boxer box the way he should. Steel City Boxing said, "It's all excuses and the lies. They cheaped out on the product and lied about it and collected the money. 2K has thousands and thousands exactly. They have so many. I didn't want to be extreme because everybody would be saying I'd be a little extreme. They had thousands of animations, and they and I always ask, and when I this some asked and asked, why didn't you ask the 2K guys? How do y'all fix the animations? How do y'all have so many characters in the game that look unique to themselves? And you know what would have been the answer? We have Tennessee sliders. We always, even if they do motion cap, you still have to do some type of adjustments. So my thing is, Steel City, they lie to people that really don't understand or know. And they make people, they think they use psychology. They try to make people defend them. My thing is, if Steel City gave me $1 million, I'm still gonna tell the truth. I'd be like, "Thank you for the $1 million," but I'm still telling the truth. It's not in me. It's not in me to lie because, for one, you cannot steal my dream for the game that I want, that I hope that, and I kind of feel I'm daggone. I'm kind of mad at Ash because Ash he had this. You laughing at me stuttering, and that's crazy. Ash, it's funny. Ash, he had the same ideas and mindset I had, and Ash, he didn't fall through. It's like he let Will change it. Steel City, it feels that way, doesn't it? They obviously had to pay back the investors, so they released a broken game. We probably have 20% player base left of people who bought the game October 2. Exactly. That's one of the reasons why they put the crossplay in. So they can make the numbers look good. About the $1 million thing, you said I was laughing. Oh, okay. Yeah, I can't do it because my I could truthfully say that because EA they were giving me things. And then when Fight Night Champion came out, I was like, "Yo, they invited all the content creators, not the content creators, not back then that we didn't have content creators. They the they created all the mods from the Fight Night Champion. They invited them to come out to EA. I'm the senior moderator, and you didn't invite me. They made sure that I didn't come up there. So that right there showed you I wasn't going to bow down to EA because they were giving me things. how SCI have not been sued for releasing the game in such an unstable state online is a mystery. This is cyberpunk boxing. Yeah, I used to call it the day after. I used to call it that. And it's like crazy. It's like crazy that we paid as much money as we I did. Yeah, I did. Because I got what's that, $60, 60 or $70 in my Steam account for people. I don't know if they could be sued because I figure that they got lawyers and the lawyers tell them that they gotta say things a certain way. I actually looked that up too. Yeah, they have to say it a certain way. Yeah, because I think I looked that up like 2 weeks ago. Because I think the Beast was saying something. Beast was saying we should we should we should all get together and sue still. So he said we could sue him. And he was like, we could sue Will too. And I was like, can we? So I did my research on it. And I don't know. It's crazy. It's crazy that they literally put a game out like this. And they charge us full price. For one, you an indie company. An indie company usually don't charge you AAA prices. Oh, this is something I really wanted to talk about. Did anybody see? Matter of fact, I'm gonna put it in the YouTube chat. Give me a second. This is gonna be funny. This is gonna be real funny. They Steel City won an award. They won an award for best the best large studio. Hold up, you saying Steel City won an award for the best large studio? But they keep saying they can't do certain things. Large studios add AAA things. But you got a large studio. What you got, a corner in a large studio? What are y'all doing? Let me see. I'm trying to it's in LinkedIn. But it's crazy. They won an award. Why does they keep giving this company awards for? All right, got it. That's some crazy junk. Let me see. I don't know if let me see. Did yeah, that's it. I don't know if y'all have LinkedIn or not, but on LinkedIn they got the best studio, best large studio. That literally you literally proving my everything I'm saying true. Y'all are large, y'all bigger than what y'all keep saying, and y'all should be able to do more than what y'all saying y'all doing. It's crazy. Let me see something. Yeah, I had something else I wanted to talk about. What do y'all think about the leagues? I was talking about it earlier, but it wasn't that many people here. What do y'all think about the leagues? Are they saving a game or they're a waste of time? Let me see. I don't think SCI even know what's going on, honestly. I think Ash doesn't know what's going on. I think Ash he's the face of the game and he don't know about the game. Like everything that Ash want, the game is not. It's like at this point, Ash is happy he just had the game that he could say that's his. Let me see. Mike Adams said the absolute least they can do now is release all signed fighters for free. Come clean and apologize and give every owner of Undisputed a free. Man, they'll go broke. You got to read my I understand how you feel and think and what you're saying. If Steel City gave, I did an article. If Steel City gave all the boxes away for free, they would go bankrupt and still owe boxers money. Because for one, if you got over 300, they got over 300 boxers signed. A lot of them left, and a lot of them they're re-signing because a lot of them boxers left because it's been 5 years, and their thing is it's been 5 years and I'm not in the game yet. That makes no sense. So they renegotiating their contracts. That's why a lot of the boxers left. But now they're renegotiating these contracts, and I guess they're trying to make sure they stand a little longer. Let me see. That's Crazy Gaming is really not in a good place. How is that possible? They aren't any because they have two big backers. Yeah, that's not the only thing that make them not an indie company. They have 2 studios in England. They have a facility in Las Vegas. They have 2 backers, and they have a high-profile publisher. That makes them not an indie company. And they have over 70 developers. That's not an indie company. Look it up. And their thing is they're hoping that people don't do their research. At least Cyberpunk took it off the shelves. These guys are shameless. Exactly. The league's acting like the game is good and continue to scam. I feel the same thing, but I don't want to seem like the bad guy. If they listen to this video, they're gonna probably ban me out their groups because every league has me in their group. And I was like, why do y'all got me in y'all group if y'all know how I feel about the game? Because a lot of them feel that they could convince me into liking the game. Then that means I'm selling for something that I didn't really ask for. If the game supports online gyms like Fight Night Champion Leagues, wouldn't ever be necessary. Yeah. And guess who I did was that? Look at my wish list, my original wish list. We had so many ideas that EA had used in some in Fight Night Champion, and a lot of ideas, believe it or not, they used my ideas off of my wish list for a UFC game. And boy, I wish I could sue them. I'm like, come on, man, that wasn't for a UFC game to be successful. Those are ideas that we have for a boxing game. 2 studios in England now? I thought it was just Sheffield. I think they have 2 studios in the US now. No, they have 1 studio in the US. They had another studio that was helping them. I forget the name of it. But they had another studio that was helping them. But now they have their own studio in Las Vegas. And Las Vegas is very expensive. Very expensive. So they have 2 studios in England. And they have a studio in Las Vegas, North America. I mean, and on the West Coast. So I'm like, yo, people got to stop giving them excuses and stuff. They're not trying to do better. Their thing is, how much are we going to accept? And my thing is, we need to fill out that survey. Because the more people fill out the survey, even though I need to redo it, but I don't want to redo it and people be like, man, I already filled out the survey. You gonna redo it now? Because my thing is I try to use an app to add all my new idea things into the survey that some developers told me to add, and I was trying to keep their ideas and my ideas, and a lot of things overlapped. It's like I think 3 posts sound the same or the same. 3 or 4 posts on the wish list. I mean, on the surveys that sound the same or the same. But my thing is, it's still a good survey that I'm showing to developers. And my thing is, because a lot of people are like, oh, Poe keep talking about the survey, he gonna show it to this. I really am. And my thing is, even my wish list site, my older wish list sites, developers come there every day. I had developers tell me, oh, I saw your site. It pops up on on Google and other search engines. So my thing is, do the survey, share the survey, so we could get a great game. Tell companies that a boxing game will make money. And my thing is, they should see that a boxing game can make money. Steel City showed it. They sold over 1 million copies in a week. Over 1 million copies in a week. Fight Night Champion didn't do that. Fight Night Round 4 didn't do that. Fight Night Round 3 didn't do that. None of the Knockout Kings didn't do that. So that right there meant a lot. But here we go. Somebody, let me see. Ash Habib making bank. They are making a lot of money off the back of people starving for a licensed boxing game. Exactly. And they're using people's voices to support the scam. I usually never would call this game a scam, but it's a scam at this point to me. It's really a scam. And their thing is, they sold us a scam. Now they're trying to change it so it doesn't seem like a scam. Let's give them the arcade part so they can't say we promised them the realistic stuff and we never did. YouTube is undefeated. Trust me. You said it. I got it on video. I got things. I wish I could have saved my no, I ain't gonna say that because another developer going to watch this video. And it's crazy. I don't think people be watching these YouTube videos, but they do. It's people that be telling me, oh, I watched it. Like, it's a guy from EA that I supposed to did a interview with. But EA stopped them. That's what I'm guessing. EA stopped them from doing the interview. Because he contacted me. And then he contacted me again to ensure me that he's still waiting for the say-so for him to come on the show. But it never went through. So I'm pretty sure it's EA. EA is very aware of me. A lot of people say, oh, EA don't know nothing about you. Yes, they do. I thought EA didn't know that much about me. Because when I went to EA, the Fight Night Round 4, when I went up to their studio, they're like, oh, this Poe. Oh, that's Poe. And I'm like, who this person? All these people kept like coming up, shaking my hand and looking at me, saying, oh, you're Poe. And one guy walked up to me like, oh, you're the troublemaker. He looked at me like that. He's like, oh, you're Poe the troublemaker. I said, I'm not no troublemaker. I like boxing. Yes, but it's people, it's a lot of people that have, I'm gonna start calling out names and not being disrespectful towards you or anything, but because I have respect for all of y'all. Like Boxing Fanatical, he really could have changed the scenery of what this game could have been. because they were scared of his views. For one, got Boxing Fanatical on everybody's radar? Boxing Fanatical talks like a commentator. He talks like he has a disc jockey voice. He has like, he works at a radio station voice. He has the right voice. He has the right tone to, speak for a product. He could have helped us get a realistic boxing game. But with Boxing Fanatical, no shade. It's really no shade. I'm just speaking my truth. Box Fanatical just was okay with a boxing game. He was just okay with it. And his things like he's okay with, whatever he's a part of. But he could have like really changed the trajectory of what this game was. Then you got people like, well, I don't like using Martial Mind because Martial Mind, if you really listen to him, he speaks like a super casual fan. And he's always trying to have his voice in the conversation. No, you just have a big fan base. You shouldn't be speaking up for the boxing fans. You got all these people that's trying to speak up for boxing fans that's not really boxing fans. And a lot of them, they're learning as they go along. They're trying to learn about boxing now, but initially they weren't boxing fans. Once they see what they could get out of it, the perks and everything, the trips and everything, they say, oh, let me study more about boxing so I can have better conversations. It's crazy. Let me see. Dad, I had so much to talk about, and I'm like getting distracted. Let me see. The options, they don't give us options. I'm reading from all the. They don't give us options for this game. Like, at least give us so it could be for realistic people that want to play the game realistic, especially offline, and people that want to play a hybrid game, and people that want to play arcade game. Give us the options. So let us be able to fine tune our gameplay. And then what we got right here, let me see. Give me a second. Yeah, this game could have helped boxing a lot because in the beginning, it was like they were talking about a lot. Even the Mauricio Suleiman, he was even talking heavy about this game, and it's a lot of and they don't, another thing, they don't like to give me credit for this. I send more. I don't know why. Maybe because I'm hungry because I don't eat. I only eat once a day, and I didn't eat yet. I sent the WBC president to Steel City because I was talking to him. Because when I was working with Round for Round, he was on board for that. He even flew the owner out to attend a fight, but he was I had him. The WBA wanted to be a part of the game. The WBO, the IBF. I had all these guys, but the game didn't. To me, it's not really representing boxing, and the marketing is trash. The marketing of this game is 100% trash. I could do better marketing with my eyes closed. And now I'm speaking up for myself to any company that's making a boxing game. Pull Poe on board. My marketing skills is crazy. Um, Let me see. Yeah, their thing is hold up. No, this is what I'm gonna do. Because I know you probably didn't go to the site. I want you to read why giving away boxes for free would be a bad idea for indie company. Now, EA, if they would have did it, they could have did it. But EA is not going to do that. Because you know what a lot of people say? They want the game for free and they want the boxes for free. And you charge us for cosmetics. A company would be a fool to give you both game and boxes for free. For one, they got to pay for developers. They're not EA. Every company, just because they're a game company, is a billion-dollar company. Undisputed is not a billion-dollar company. They're not able to cover the pay for their staff. They're not able to cover what boxers want because boxing doesn't have a union. So you got to look at stuff like that. Y'all still here? You got silent in the chat. Yes, it's like, why y'all even when you see them post things, I'm starting to see it more and more. They're posting things. It doesn't look like you really a boxing fans. It really don't look like you're a boxing fan. You know, people get mad at me for being truthful, but I'm not trying to make you feel comfortable. I'm not trying to make what you want to be your truth. Or I just got a message from one of my people on Twitter. He said, it's the little things that bother me and question if the game will even be a thing 5 years from now. That's what I was thinking. I'm thinking about 4 or 5 months from now, will the game be a thing? Let me see. It's something that I don't know who's in charge of the Undisputed site on Twitter, who's the moderator or community manager that does stuff on the thing. Like this right here, this funny to me. To me, it's funny. They posted boxing trivia. Where did the fight of the century, Muhammad Ali versus Joe Frazier, take place? Then they got a picture of Joe Frazier and Muhammad Ali. Where did the fight of the century? See, stuff like that. This could be done better. It really could be done better. And stuff like this, it like really bothers me. Like, come on, man, y'all keep advertising and trying to make the game like nothing is wrong. Y'all really, it's like, come on now. It's like, what are you doing? Then they advertising Bugsy Malone. You putting that shows you that they really don't have that as many boxes as we think they have. Because they got to resign a lot, or I don't know what they're doing because they put the See, I know what they're doing, and I know this because we were going to do the same thing with round for round. You give low level people as boxers in the game because I seen them scan a lot of people like Hip Hop Gamer. Did they scan Brian Mazik? I forget, but they scanned a lot of people, and they might give them as extras, so they don't have to give you the high profile boxes for free. But I know by them giving Manny Pacquiao free. No, did they give him free? No, they didn't give him. But if they would have gave Manny Pacquiao for free, that would have blown a lot of money. Now, a lot of people don't believe it. A lot of people can say, Manny Pacquiao rich, Floyd Mayweather rich. Why don't they be in the game for free? That's like saying, why do Floyd got all the things that he got now? Floyd look at anything that he do as a business transaction. And a lot of boxers do it because if you know boxing, it's a lot of boxers that box that's broke. Riddick Bowe, Holyfield lost a lot of money. So that's why a lot of boxers want to get paid. And a lot of the younger boxers want to get paid because they see the older boxers, a lot of them are broke and don't have money. So to them, this is a business venture. But my thing is, y'all need to be more outspoken. Y'all taking the money, make sure your character is done right. If your character is done right, then people will pay for it. They won't be saying all the crazy stuff about your character. Let me see. I truly want to see what the next update gameplay features in December is supposed to be. I'm still not sold on buying any type of DLC though. I agree with what you're saying as well. All of them want money. Oh, they got, see, I haven't been in the Discord, so I didn't know that they were talking about releasing something in December. Yeah, I wondered too. Because from the way they were speaking, like they was going like start every month releasing DLC. I don't mind playing from boxes, but not in a broken game. That's crazy. Yeah, makes sense. And my thing is, a lot of the boxes are limited. Like Emmanuel Augustus, yeah, he got that. You know why a lot of people got excited about Emmanuel Augustus? Because his movement that he does, the over exaggerated, it looks like MMA. So the MMA guys got excited. I bet you 9 out of 10 people that were MMA fans were the ones that was playing him the most because his movements looked like MMA. Emmanuel Augustus was known as the drunken master. They didn't see, and that's another thing. Do they give you little passages or little things about the boxers when they give it to you, their history and stuff like that? That makes for a better game. Mike Adams said, have SCI said they are releasing another patch in December? Yeah, Todd Grissom said that in an interview a while ago. That's what, but I think Todd got their deadline, their dates mixed up. Because I think what Todd was talking about was the Manny Pacquiao release. Or I could be wrong, and hopefully I am wrong. And it's crazy that we keep saying that every patch they release breaks something. And that's true. And they think we're supposed to accept that. But nobody's really saying too much. Because the thing is that they're okay with making the game playable for themselves. Because I wish I could get these developers that I'll be talking to on the show, because they could tell you a lot of things that Steel Cities is saying is wrong and it's not right. It's like their whole mentality is just do enough so we can have another game. Just do enough so we can have a part 2, 3, and 4 to the game. My thing is, no, give us everything and the first one. Well, since this game is a bust, in part 2, give us what we want in part 2, and then you can start adding on after that, like add little things. But give us the main things. Because my thing, like I keep telling people, my main thing is when Ash hired people when he first started making the game, and they said what Ash wanted was too over ambitious. And Ash is too much of a nice guy to me. But I would have said, well, if you can't do it, I respectfully have to hire people that can do what I want. Because it's crazy for you to tell somebody that you're the boss of, you're the boss of somebody, and they're telling you that what you want is not possible or it's over ambitious. Okay, you can leave. Right now, Ash could get major developers. There are thousands of developers without jobs. He could get them probably for a little bit of nothing and have a great game. They could fix the game like nothing never happened. I want Paulie Malignaggi. Yeah, me too. But he can't punch. I want Virgil Ortiz, Povetkin, and Marcos Madonna. I thought Marcos Madonna and Povetkin was in the game. Yeah, Shakur Stevens. I think he one of the people that they got to renegotiate with. Because they got Shakur Stevens like early that first year they had him in the game. I mean, they signed him. I think that first year they signed Shakur Stevens. We had him round for round, had Shakur Stevens added, and I don't care too much about the rest. The second Undisputed will likely do worse than the first game. Of course it's going to do worse because people going to always look at the company now as a scam. And what happened, the ESBC version, the reason why it sold billions, Dad, I said billions. If they sold billions, boy, we'd be in trouble. But it sold millions of copies is because that video that they showed. And when they showed that video, fans like, all right, we getting a realistic boxing game. It just need tweaks. Even when we played the betas, it looked good. It didn't look as good as the video that we had, but it looked good. And all they had to do is make tweaks, but fans feel like they're gonna do the same. They might make another video just like that, but everybody gonna think it's CGI. Because they're gonna be like, you did that to us before. And you didn't bring out the game that matched what you showed us that got over 1 million views. And the excuse bearers, they always say, well, the reason why it got 1 million views is because fans were starving for a new boxing game. So it got 1 million views and 1 million people bought it. That's not true because there were other games that were supposed to be made and it never got 1 million views or attention from 1 million fans. So that right there, that's not true. Once they showed that, if they would have showed the arcade game, it wouldn't have got 1 million views. If they're what they put out was an arcade game, it wouldn't have got that 1 million views, or they wouldn't have sold 1 million. Because if that was the case, They could put out another Mike Tyson Punch Out. They could put out Ready to Rumble. Why don't company make games like that anymore? Because they don't really sell. What they got to do is trick you and think that you're getting a realistic game, and it's a hybrid that leans more towards arcade. Everybody was, let me see who said it. Mike Adams said, everyone was asking about Shakur in the Discord, and they never responded once to when he was coming. I can't believe SCI signed up Muhammad Ali for 12 years. Yeah, and it's funny to me, too. It's funny because you got people that's, what, 15, 20, 15, 16, or younger that's not really, don't really know that much about Muhammad Ali. And they might know him, but don't really care that much about Muhammad Ali. So why are you trying to lock Muhammad Ali down? And Muhammad Ali doesn't make a boxing game. Because a great game sells, not boxers. If you put Muhammad Ali in a bad game, the game is not going to sell. It's not going to sell 1 million copies or whatever you think Muhammad Ali is going to help you do. Let me see. Let me see. If they call the next game Undisputed 2, they're shooting themselves in the foot. They need to bring in a new title along with their fresh new start at making a boxing game. You think Mike Tyson is low key in the game, or will he be in the game eventually? I think eventually. If he make it to this one, if they put him in another game. Why do y'all think Undisputed shouldn't be the name? I don't think ESBC was a great name for a boxing game. It was confusing to me as a boxer and a boxing fan. Like, why do you name it ESBC? It sounds like a esports game. It sounds like it's going to be online only. A sequel to Undisputed title, Undisputed 2, would turn people off immediately. They're going to always know the company. It's just like EA. They thought they could do that with, we're not going to use Knockout Kings no more. We're going to use Fight Night. Then they start using that, and that's still, people know it was EA. They still know it was EA. EA wasn't like really selling, their game wasn't selling the way they was hoping for, because EA wasn't putting the right things in their game. Nah, don't go back to ESBC. Cause it what everybody said, and ESBC gives off a bad vibe that it's not for everybody. The game is not for offline fans. It gives them the vibe that it's an esports game and it's only for the online people. That's the vibe that a lot of people said. That was these sentiments. Undisputed, the apology. No, it should be disputed too, not undisputed. Disputed. Undisputed, good name. Horrible product. Exactly. It was. Shoot, they should still tell her the tape name. That would have made more sense, but they should have something that's more boxing oriented. That like literally, scream boxing. Undisputed scream boxing, but technically the game it didn't have all the titles in it. They literally could have had every boxing title in the game. It was on Steel City, because I literally talked to the WBA owner, the president. He invited Steel City to come to a event he was making, and they didn't go. They should call it Arcade Boxer 27. That's what Plo said. Mike Adams said, Undisputed 2, The Revenge of Desync. Yeah, that's crazy. Yeah, it's crazy that this title really, it's like, this game is like almost forgettable. I remember boxing titles, they like literally, you like, you can't, like, even Fight Night Champion, even though I don't have it or never played, I never played Fight Night Champion. I never played it. It still has people conscious. It's still, people talk about it. But Undisputed, nah. People don't like people start, even boxers, like I keep telling people, when you look at their expressions on their face when they're at events and they got the game there, they're not impressed. They're not impressed at all. Yeah, I was looking at a message about AJ Pax. He said he's not gonna be able to make it. Metal boxing the game. Well, where that? What's his name again? He said he put the smog. Where he go at? He said he put the link in the Discord. He probably got banned. Esports boxing clubs were not a good name. What the F is an esport? Undisputed wasn't a terrible name, but I wish they thought of something else. Yeah. Esports is the games that they like tournaments. They like tournaments. The way that JMMA them had, but they on a is more professional on a higher level. It's like tournaments. They probably like, if like, because they don't have it set up for it to be, the game is broken, so they don't have it set up to be an esports game yet, or if they ever go to that. But with esports, they would have made more money because they would have had sponsors and people, give them money and stuff. So that was something great, and that was an idea that me and Brian Mazik, we put out there in the universe. We put on the internet, and it seemed like they latched onto it and went with it, because this game was supposed to be an esports game too. Because that was like, when I talked to Ash Habib, he said he wanted to be an esports game, he wanted to be an online game, and the offline game, that was like before he talked about the online game. He was talking more about the offline version of the game than the online, and then he was talking about the where the game was going to go. He said it was going to be a realistic boxing game, a realistic sim boxing game. He constantly repeated that until Will kept correcting him, which he wasn't correcting him. He was making him say what he wanted them to say. Undisputed is what's Gucci. What's up, sweet calf? Appreciate you, man, for coming in. Yeah, the game is horrible. It was like when my son had his system, I said I knew he was gonna leave. I was gonna buy me a PlayStation 5 just for the game. But I was playing it on the computer, and once the computer something went wrong with his computer and he took it, I said bump it. See, and I'm not that thrilled about what the game looks like and what it is. So I wasn't, I didn't invest in it. A lot of people invest in. They like. Let me see what my guy said. UFC 3 was called Undisputed, wasn't it? I'm not too familiar with the UFC games, but they actually had games called Undisputed. There were for THQ. They had an Undisputed series of games. It also mixed up with the Wesley Snipes boxing film. That's what always used to pop up when I used to try to type in Undisputed. The Wesley Snipes game came, or the THQ version. Scott Atkins and Mike J. White. Still can't believe people asking for DLC on the P. Yeah, that it makes me mad. The content creators doing it. What's his name? Did I forget his name? Burger Guy says it. No, I'm not being shameful. And what's his name? But they be asking for DLC, and I'm like, why are y'all asking for DLC? And say I like DLC, so y'all like collecting action figures. You literally like collecting action figures. That's something I used to always tell EA. We're getting tired of the action figures. They used to crack them up. They used to be funny to them, but I was serious than a heart attack. People were tired of the action figures. We tired of the action figures now. We got double knocked down, wind up punches, fighters flying out the ring like Superman. I haven't bought the Manny DLC and don't plan on buying any other DLC. I made a mistake and bought the Benavides and Tiafimo DLC. Who idea was that to have the fighters wind up to throw haymakers? Yeah, that's crazy. That's crazy. That's how when people be saying certain things, like we got boxers in the studio again. No, you don't. Because y'all not even talking like boxers. What's talking like boxers? How I talk, how Beast talk, how a lot of people talk. People like Coach Anthony that they don't want to talk to. Boxers should not be winding up. I was a puncher. I was one of them people. I thought I was Mike Tyson, literally, sometimes. And then sometimes I thought I was Holyfield because it's a long story. I'll tell one day. But, I had different styles that I fought in, but I never wind up. It was technically, there are people like amateur people that winds up on a punch, which is the stupidest thing in the world because that when you wind up, you're taking steam off your punch and then you're trying to throw it. For one, by you winding up, you leaving space for me to hit you. Wind up all you want. I'm going to tag the mess out of you. One guy said they should stop updating the game and just put out deal. Yo, I kind of know who you're talking about, but I can't remember his name off the top of my head. That was his name. I keep forgetting his name, but he loved DLC. He loved it. He said, I just love collecting them. Man, you want to collect something, man? Go to one of them collection sites and collect some of them boxing models that they got. Bump that. You collecting action figures. You want them to keep putting boxes in, more and more boxes, and you don't care how they fight, how they act, how the game is, or anything. You just want a boxing game. You just want boxes in the game. That's crazy. Daggone. I'm trying to remember this Joker name. And I know as soon as the show is over, I'm going to remember his name. But like, oh, yeah. That's his name. What's his name? Give me a second. I know I got it because I got it in my because I talked to him a couple of times. He didn't go to the community event, and that bothered him too. Let me see. Dad, how must have deleted me as a friend? The Spanish, he's Spanish. Dad, well, I gotta eat something because I'm not thinking right. It's not the burger. The burger guy he like DLC too. It's not the burger guy. It's Dad. What's his name? Dad. Oh, I know his name. Crooks the Great. He loves DLC. Crooks the Great. He loves DLC. Let me see. Oh, Marvelous, another guy, and he always say that talk about boxing. He don't sound, and that's crazy. You're a boxer, but you don't talk like you're a boxer. So that tells me that you probably had like 2 or 3 fights in your life. You probably had 2 or 3 boxing matches in your life. That don't, to me, that's like you wanted to get a feel for it. I had 46 amateur fights, and I had 2 pro fights. I usually say 3. One of them didn't. Usually say 3 because I had a fight set up and the guy who didn't show up, but I had 2 pro fights. Let me see. Punches are so slow in the game for the most part. Power punches often have such a long wind up in the game. That's just because they got people who's casual fans. Yeah, Crooks the Great. He always asking for DLC. Always. He loved DLC. He always saying he always to me he over hyped the game. He it's like he really don't see fault in the game the way he talk. I'm not showing shade to him, but that's the way I feel, and that's the way I see it. Might not feel that way yourself, but that's how I see it. No, I like Crooks the Great, but then sometimes it gets annoying to me how because I heard him say something. He likes arcade elements, and this thing like it's a game. Yeah, it's a game that's trying to create the boxing experience. And a lot of these guys, I'm like, why don't y'all ask for options? And y'all think is y'all scared for there to be options in the game, like y'all getting paid. Crooks is very critical of the game, though. I like Crooks. He talks a lot of sense, in my opinion. Uh, mm, he overhypes a lot of stuff. I don't. I really. It may just be me. He really overhypes a lot of things, especially the DLC and stuff. And he like agree with a lot of stuff that's wrong. And I'm like, yo, he overhyped the game. Then he makes a second video after and has a wild change of tune every time. Shaking my head. Yeah, he really does. Yeah, he's too nice guy. He's too. People would say I'm a nice guy. They call me a gentle giant, but I'm not. I don't get in arguments with people and stuff like that. For one, you gotta watch your arguments in a city of killers. Hope I don't get a strike for that. From a city of, people that, crazy. All the content creators shill for the game facts. I don't think all of them, but it'll be hard for me to name the ones that's not. Yeah, a lot of content creators, they'll tell you in a heartbeat, nah, man, we're not shilling for the game and stuff. You can literally see it. You see it playing out that you're shilling for the game. It's like you talk pro you talk pro community, and then you change your tune. I guess they don't talk to you. Game you watch doesn't show for it. He doesn't give a. They fly him out to Vegas, and he low key thinks the game is dog. Yeah, I like game you watch, and I don't like. I respect his hustle. I just respect a lot of things about him. But he'll even tell you he's not a boxing fan. He's not a boxing fan at all, and he tried to talk like a boxing fan, but he's a gamer. He's a gamer more than anything. He's not like a lot of things that he be talking about with the game. He talk about a lot of things that basic things that boxing fans say, but a lot of things he don't. He wants certain things that's fixed that don't need to be fixed. He's talking about the jab to the stomach. It really needed to be decreased. They need to fix that. No, they didn't. They really didn't need to do anything to the body jab. They needed to fix the counters and the blocking. Because if Floyd Mayweather was in a game, the game would be trash to his style. Y'all want things in the game that helps y'all. Y'all want them to build metas to accommodate y'all fighting styles. Jabs to the stomach and certain things. That's realistic. If I hit you with 20, I'm over exaggerating, I'm inflating the number, but if I hit you with 20 jabs to the stomach, that's on you. If I hit you with 3 hooks, which it is possible, that's on you. If I hit you with 5 right hands, which is possible, that's on you. But y'all quick to call everything spam. And my main thing about spam is stop calling jab spam. He's spamming the jab. He's supposed to spam the jab. That shows how much a lot of y'all know about boxing. You're supposed to spam the jab. Watch any boxing video, training video. The coach is going to tell you to jab, 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 jab. My trainer used to say, jab until you can't lift your arm up anymore. Because when you jab and you jab enough, you make the person kind of fall. It's hypnotized. And with the jab, boom, you hit him with the right hand. Jab, boom, hit him with the left hook. And a lot of people say, how can you hook off the jab? Easy. You hook off the jab. It's just the animations in the game is garbage. You can hook off a jab. Jab, then hook. Quick hook. All the time. Jab, quick hook. A lot of people, they gotta stop going by what they think boxing is, but they don't know what boxing is. Sometimes watch a video, watch some boxing matches. It's okay. They need to fix everything. The game is trash. Yup, they really do. They need to fix the game. But at this point, I don't think they can fix the game. I think them trying to fix the game now is a waste of time. Exactly. Exactly. Larry Holmes is one of them. I'm glad you said that. Larry Holmes in the game is trash. People will use him. If Larry Holmes' jab was like it was supposed to be, people would use him more. Larry Holmes had one of the best jabs in boxing. And you know what Crybaby's gonna say? His jab too effective. Well, that means your defense is not. Your counters are not. They need to go back to the basics for the next game. Yeah, yeah, they do. But at this point, they need to go back to the basics and everything above, because you can't use the we're indie company. We this our first games now. Now you're in your second game, so you can't use that excuse. And like I always say, and a lot of people hate saying it, they try to defend it. EA made 5 games when they first made boxing games. When they first made boxing games, they made 5 games back to back. The Knockout King series. The Knockout King series, then it's I think the last 2 were the Fight Night series. But they made 5 games in 5 years. Steel City is still on 1 game. They don't got other games. They still on 1 game, and the game is trash. Basic Boxing 101. Ace Smooth said Basic Boxing 101. If someone is jabbing the whole fight, you put pressure on them by staying close and walking them down simply. Exactly. Because you got to remember, like when I say I'm 5'11", and I was sparring people like Shannon Briggs, this boxer named Art Tucker, what's his name? Jamil McCline. Jamil McCline is 6'6". Shannon Briggs is 6'4". I was sparring a lot of tall guys. And my thing is, when they pumping the jab, I either slip the jab and slide in. Their jab is way over my shoulder. Now they got to try to pull their jab back. Now I'm so close to them, they're exposed. If they're not moving, they're exposed. I go to their body and to their head. That's what a boxer should be in the studio saying. They cannot go off the previous game. They need to rebuild from the ground up. Exactly. You right. You speaking what I'm speaking. This gotta be a whole new game, a whole new experience. It gotta really stick out. The game gotta really like the trailer itself. But I don't think people gonna fall for the trailer this time. People gonna like really want to see gameplay. And my thing is, you gotta say we don't want the content creators that shilling or they kissing up to you playing the game. Let it be random people from the community you fly out to play the games. Let some of the hardcore people. It's like they like skipped over hardcore people playing the game. Let them play the game. Let them come out and give you feedback and stuff. Guys like me, my feedback they don't want. And it's crazy. Every week, like I tell this story, every week, once or twice a week, in the beginning, Ash was asking me my opinion. What you think, Poe? I told him how the original Mickey Ward and how that was his name. He just passed away. How they look? I said it didn't look right. I didn't like it, and I was like, getting on him about it. And he said, "Hey, Poe," he said, "Poe, don't worry, we'll fix it." He said, "Don't worry about that." He said, this is not the final version of the character." And he assured me of that. So we had our talks. Nobody can say that I didn't talk to Ash nearly every week, sometimes twice a week. And he was like literally, asking my feedback. What you think, Poe? Even when I was helping round for round, man, Ash was talking. I was like, yo, he talking to me, and he didn't care about all that at the time. He didn't care about that. I'm working with round for round. He didn't care about that because I was told him, I said, my thing is, I don't care about what team I'm on, long as I get a realistic boxing game. I said, you could be making a game, round for round could be making a game, and 5 other people could be making a game. I'm gonna be talking to all of y'all. That's how I was. That's how passionate I was. Let me see. Yeah, if y'all go to my blogs, please like it and share it, please. Yeah, it got some interesting stuff in there. Please go to the site and check it out. Let me see exactly. Let me see. So how I'm not in the Discord. I'm wanted to ask whoever in the Discord. So how is the Discord functioning now? How is it since the latest update? They can't fix it. There's too much wrong. Exactly. It's gonna like literally break. They keep saying polls feedback is way too advanced, but in reality, it makes sense for a boxing game. I truly thought when I seen the ESBC trailer, most of them ideas they were talking about came from you. Probably did, because I said he saw a lot of my stuff. Probably did. And it's like, Will, even though people get on the beast about stuff, he's right about a lot of stuff. It's like Will didn't have nothing to add, and he just destroyed that version of the game. He tried to at first he tried to act like he didn't know anything about it. He came the very year that video was put out. And he had like he didn't know anything. It was part of his plan. He wanted the game to be what he wanted it to be. He should have went back to Fortnite. He should went back to helping them with Fortnite. Oh yeah, what are they saying in the Discord about the yeah, that is very sad. What they saying in the Discord that makes sense, or people just randomly saying stuff. It's like a hangout now. It's like no real conversations really was in the Discord. Does Ash's daughter still come in there? She used to get mad at me. She thought she could calm me down. She'd talk to me in the DM sometimes. They chilling in the Discord and accepting whatever Jay Shep and Sav say to them. It's sad. Yeah, it really is. And it'd be funny when Jay Shep, I respect him a lot, but when Jay Shep and Sav try to tell me about game development, and I know the quickest answer quickest thing they're gonna say, well, if you know so much about game development, why haven't you made a boxing game? Because I don't have money. I had the opportunity, but at that time, I wasn't sure it could be done. When Ash made that game become a reality, he opened my eyes because I missed out on a bag. Because when that Wicked Witch guy said he would have put up some money for my idea, I should have ran with that. But my thing was, I'm too honest, and my thing was I didn't feel that I knew a lot about game development, but I don't have to. I hire the people that do and let them make the game that I want. And my thing is, if I was Ash, I wouldn't be a nice guy like Ash. Ash too nice. He let people downplay his ideas. He like literally, when he said that like made me mad. Like, you didn't push back when they said that his ideas are too overambitious. I would have been like, well, I know I don't need you any longer in here. Next, let me see. The Discord is still the same, just a circus party. Yup, that's true. That's why I had to leave. I had to force myself. It was hard, but I had to leave. And shout out to you, A Smooth, for helping me get back in there. All the Discord is people asking for DLC. And that's crazy. That's casual. That's a casual mentality. You keep asking for DLC, but you're not asking for game fix. That makes no sense whatsoever. It like really is crazy. It's kind of sickening to me. Yeah, I pulled that. What's his name? He pulled that. Came on to the show. What's his name? He's a streamer too. His name is Don D205. He be in the Discord too. He's too passionate. I hope he don't get banned because he's real passionate. He be saying stuff. I be like, uh-oh. Oh yeah. Jay Shep turned Hollywood follows me on Twitter but doesn't say nothing to me in the Discord. He stopped following me. That's crazy. And I always had respect for Jay Shep. Even though we're two different religions, I still respect him. And I always respect him as a religious person. And I'm like, that's not religious. Because I always look at him as he's like, when it comes to religious people, he's up there. He's going to do everything right. You can't do wrong and disguise it as right and make it look good. I forget the scriptures because, like I keep saying, I read too much and the lines blur sometimes. Yeah, but I looked at Jay Shep as the most honest, honorable person there is. That's why with me, with a job, I'm not the right person if you want me to lie for you or defend something. I'm not the right person. Now, if it's life and death, I'll lie. No problem for helping you get back. And I'm on the verge of leaving as well shortly. This is crazy. And you're one of the top simulation boxing gurus. Yeah, they didn't want me to, because they used to try to reframe what I say or try to make it out like I was disrupting the flow of the Discord. Yeah, they hold up. I'm just looking. What's called? They got a new feature up here. Create highlight videos. I ain't got nothing on my video to be a highlight video. But yeah, fans need to speak it with one voice. They gotta like come together and force Steel City to make. They keep thinking that us coming together and speaking as one voice is not going to change anything. It will, because they're going to fear they're going to lose money. I know when Beast put out that what's that petition on change, that's when Will Smith I was about to call Will Kinsler Will Smith. When Will Kinsler, he came to the Discord because he didn't want that that petition to get numbers. And he had to call himself defend himself. But a lot of stuff he was saying, because I was going to lean into him. I was going to really put the pressure on him. But he was like, he left just in time. Because I was building up. I was like, I ain't going to hit him like Beast would hit him immediately. I was trying to build up. Yeah, I was trying to build up to it. But it was like funny. I'm like, yo, he came in right after that petition was put out. And it started getting numbers. And he's like, oh, I got to say something. I got to see how many people signed that petition so far. Yeah, it's like he came in there. He was like the president came in the place. Yeah, Will here. Yeah, Will. What about this? What about that? And he didn't make no more appearances. That was strategically. He made sure he showed his face. And he's like, yeah. He said, I don't like coming to him because certain people do this and do that. Come on, man. It's your job, man. You used to be a community manager. You used to be a moderator. So stop the cap. Stop with the stuff you keep saying. That's the main reason you came in it. You're just trying to call yourself debunking anything that B said or anything I said. And he literally was telling, because I literally thought he was there before I was. I was there before him. And when he got there, he got a high position. I guess because that's what he applied for. I think I could have got a high position, but I always felt like I wasn't really a talker. You won't believe that now because I've been on all these podcasts like this. But yeah. Think I'm gonna stop the show now. And I'll probably do another show Wednesday. I'm gonna start back doing my middle of the week podcast. I'm trying to line up other podcasts because I'm a Fallout fan. I don't know if any of y'all Fallout fans. I'm a Fallout fan, and I got a YouTube. I started off for that, and I'll be writing blogs and stuff for that. See, people be thinking I'm just a wishlist guy for boxing games. No, I got a lot. I'm full of ideas. I write ideas for survival horror games. What else I write it for? The Last of Us. All these games. I write like a lot of horror games and stuff like that. I'm a fan of. I write wish lists and ideas for them. Yeah, so yeah. But I'm in this live right now. I appreciate everybody that came through. I had 55 people that viewed the game. Will Smith, the Ali skin. Ali with the Will Smith skin. That's funny. That's funny. And you know what's crazy? They always be saying they got to get motion capture people to get the Ali animations right. Like I was saying, they got something called AI tracing or something like that. It can get Ali move sets realistic to Ali, his punching styles and everything. So when they be saying all that crazy jump, it can be done. Stop letting them get a pass. No problem, Poe. Keep on pushing. I'll always support. Easy. All right. Salute. And I thank everybody for showing up. Until the next show. Peace. Let's see.